DCR-TV Dave! Welcome, everybody, to Dave TV for the 22nd of January, 2014. It's a cold day here. Temperature 15 degrees out there. Went down to like 2 last night. But anyhow, I love it. I love it. We got about 7 inches of snow on top of all that, so whatever. Anyhow, the radio ratings, they have this thing called the holiday period, okay? And the ratings, they do that. They put in between December and in between January from basically kind of early December to early January. It's this month called holiday, okay? And basically what happens during the holiday month is that stations that play a lot of Christmas tunes tend to go up really high. And that's exactly what happened in Washington and Baltimore. WASH 97.1 in Washington and WLAF 101.9 in Baltimore play a lot of Christmas tunes, and they both shoot up to the top of the holiday radio ratings period. No exception in this book. And you can look at all the numbers on DCR TV. We got them all there, so I'm not going to repeat all that. But I did want to spend a little time looking at the men breakdown, the male demo 2554, male money demo, and look at some of the trends there for these for this radio, the 4-week chunk of radio ratings from early December to early January. Number one, of course, WASH with the that's interesting because if you look at October, WASH was 11th place in men, 2554. They were in 9th place in November, 6th place in December, and shot up to 1st place in the holiday period with the Christmas tunes. W Big Classic Hits was 2nd place. WTOP 3rd. Hot 99.5 4th in men. Here's interesting. El Zal. CBS's El Zal, even though they're on that kind of freaky 107.9 signal over there in Annapolis, they still managed to place 5th place among men, 25.54. So that's kind of interesting. And a tie, actually, with WWDC, DC 101, alt rocker there. And I still say if CBS could manage to get that on an inside the Beltway signal, they wouldn't be 5th place just with men. They would be 5th place across the board with the other demos too. If you look at some of the other demos, there, El Zal is down there in the teens somewhere. But if you look at that male demo, Hispanic men love El Zal. They just do. And if they could get a better signal, I bet you El Zal in men would rise to 1st or 2nd place in men if they could get an inside the Beltway signal. So whatever. JFK All Sports, 7th place, which is pretty good for them. KYS in 8th place in the male 2554 numbers, tied with WMMJ, their Radio 1 sister. WTEM ESPN 980 in 10th place, Sports Talk there. HUR in 11th. WAMU in 12th. PGC in 13th. GTS, Contemporary Christian, which was playing some Christmas tunes, 14th place. WMAL in 15th place. DCN, that Spanish station on 87.7, was in 16th place. MZQ in 17th, tied with Fresh. 19th place mix, all the hits 107.3 WRQX, and 20th place W Praise 104.1 in the money demo for men only. And let's look at some of the time breakdowns. Shall we look at them? Let's see. So that was full day, right? Okay. Okie dokie. Mornings with men. Mornings men, 2554. TOP was 1st. AMU 2nd. JFK Junkies are 3rd. So they do very well. El Zal, believe it or not, was 4th. So when you break it down to that male demo, CBS is actually doing quite well with the 3rd and 4th place stations. Big in 5th. DC 101 in 6th. WDCN, interesting little Spanish station there at 7th place. MAL beating MAL in 8th place. KYS in 9th. And WASH in 10th in mornings with men 2554. Middays, men 2554. It's WASH, Big, TEM, JFK, DC 101, TOP, MAL, KYS, WIHT, and HUR. Phone ringing. Who could be calling me now? I will have to. Should I answer it? It's one of my radio guys. I'm going to call him back. So anyhow, So what the heck? Now, when you look at all people, 25.54, the money demo. Wash is first, Hot 99.5 second, TOP third, HUR fourth, MMJ fifth, Big sixth, DC 101 seventh, YMU eighth, KYS ninth, GTS 10th, 11th is JFK. That's in the money demo. Person's 25.54. El Zal down to 12th place. So if you add the women in there, they drop quite a bit. So El Zal heavily a male-oriented station there. Kind of interesting there. Okay. All right, folks. Very interesting. So anyhow, any of the trends, the overall trends, let's look at the 25.54 overall numbers. Again, Wash trends up because of the Christmas music. It's kind of a freaky little thing. They'll drop out of that. But Hot 99.5 is up there in second place. TOP is in again, I'm not seeing any giant changes. The stations that seem to be doing well, Wash, Hot 99.5, WTOP, HUR, MMJ, Big, DC 101, they're all kind of up there in the top 10 as they usually are. WAMU, KYS, GTS. JFK seems to be doing a bit better, especially in the male demo. And so does El Zal. PGC is still kind of struggling there. MZQ is a little bit weak in this book, holiday book. RQX still hasn't recovered from Jack Diamond leaving. When you add the old folks into MAL, they do seem to do pretty well, and so and so forth. So NEW still down there. Let's see, in the overall 25.54 money demo numbers, 26th place. 32nd in mornings, 26th in middays, 22nd in evenings. I said it in a Dave TV earlier this week. I basically said that if WNEW wants to get to be out of the top 20, they need to, above 20th place, they need to get a better signal for the Western Metro. And I suggested, I'm going to say it again because I think it's a great idea, putting WNEW on 106.7 and 99.1. Interesting, though, listening to WNEW, how they're kind of hitting back a little bit at TOP. TOP's been getting a lot of criticism lately for being kind of a lightweight, funny, they're doing a lot of happy talk and chummy anchors, pairings, and all that. And NEW is kind of trying to take a little more of a serious tone, and they're doing a bunch of little, more serious sounding, kind of, what is it, more news and less time, like they're not dawdling and joking and laughing. And I think that's a good move. But again, they need to be doing some more back of the bus advertising, some more TV advertising. They need to sell their staff, which they haven't done, and they need to get a better signal in that Western Metro. And I think, maybe CBS ought to just take, they ought to say, hey, we're going to do this in DC. We're going to be an all talk. We're going to be all talk in DC. Take all their stations, just make them all talk. NEW on 106.7, 99.1, great signal there. And then you put JFK on 94.7, and then I don't know, put Spanish talk on 90 on one of the I don't know, do something. I don't know. Maybe they put a news talker on one of them. I don't know. Get them all talk. What the hell? I don't know. What do I know? I keep getting people asking me, Dave, what's up with Jack Diamond? I don't know. He's coming back. There's a rumbling he might be heard on Wash someday soon, but I have, who knows? Who the hell knows? Somebody else said, well, Dave, what's happening with 900 AM? Is that going to go ready talk? I don't know. I kind of, some of my sources say that, but honestly, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. No one's going to listen to 900 righty talk on WILC 900. Who's going to listen to that? Nobody. Melanie is leaving Kane. Melanie was one of the voices you heard on the Kane show. I didn't listen to Kane very much, but that's what folks tell me. And she's apparently said bye-bye. Apparently, she was based down in Florida at Tampa. That's one of the stations that Kane is on. But even though Kane's doing a show up here, and apparently there's some sort of realignment going on there. So Melanie says bye-bye, and all the people that listen to Kane are all upset about that. And still no word about Elliot over there at DC 101 down the hall. He's still pushing through to, the show on WOR, that news talker out in New York, but it seems like they've had a lot of listener resistance there. It's a wrong, I can see Elliot being on in New York again, but I wouldn't put him on a right-wing AM talker. You know, I put him on a music station, an alt rock or classic rock or something like that. You know, Clear Channel owns a top 40 station, you know, in New York, but they were not going to put him on in the mornings. They were Duran on there or whatever. And, you know, they could put him on, they're not going to put him on the classic rock station because that does really well, AXQ. And I don't know. They're not going to put him on the hip hop station. I don't know. You know, I think Elliot's just going to say, hey, I'm going to be number one. He's not number one in D.C. Well, among some people he is. But, you know, New York, it just isn't going to happen right now, huh? All right, folks. So anyhow, big radio ratings, nothing big earth-shattering out of them. You know, same old, TOP, WASH, HUR, stations, same stations doing the same thing. Anyhow. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 22nd of January 2014, is it? Don't forget to help support the site. You know, we had 2 advertisers bail out on us at the beginning of the year. There was year-long contracts, so they were important for our revenue, and we're trying to make up some of that lost revenue. So, you know, your donation right now would be really helpful. So help us out, will you please? Any donation, no donation is too small. Send it to just check on that support link at DCRTV. You can either drop it in the mail or send us something on PayPal. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And to be honest with you, the only reason we've been here for going on 17 years is because of your support. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Book 'em, Dano.